And it's
I'm not getting you so well, sir.
your background is
I'm
noisy.
quite not hearing you well.
Your background is noisy. We'll be doing live now. Oh, all right. This is increased capacity tribe conference 2.0. Oh, I'm happy, so happy to see this grand finale of the increased capacity by Heritage Global Mentorship Institute. And this day, bringing another respected leader across the globe, and the person of faith, Fetaru. There's one thing I want us to know, that's all right. All right. We're going over to you and that is Fetaru on this minute. Right. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir. I do hear you.
Right.
Though the sound is a bit hazy.
Your background is noisy. You can go ahead. Hello.
Yes, greetings, sir.
You can go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Joshua Dara. I appreciate you so much, and I'm truly delighted to share a few insights here. And Above all, thank you so much for the invitation and for deeming it fit to have me speak to the audience and to the people in the Mentorship Institute. I appreciate you so much. Yeah. So I'm Faith Fetaru, and I am a certified image consultant and the founder of Fetaru Image and Consults, which helps people, individuals, and the corporate entities to enhance their personal and professional images through branding, communication, etiquette, customer service trainings, and all. And I'm so delighted to be here. And part of the image, I also founded a fashion brand called Fetaru. It's moving on wonderfully. So I'm really excited to be here. And what I'm going to talk about is not far from what I do. It's basically the impact of personal branding on conversions. So let me just get to my slide shortly. Okay, just a moment. Just a moment. A moment. Yeah. Yeah, so once again, I'm sharing about the impact of personal branding on conversion rates. So basically, conversion is that state where someone's where the leads that you've been getting, the people who have been inquiring about your products, or people actually become your true clients or customers. So that's the bit of conversion. So I just wanted to give a brief introduction. It's a bit written, but I'm going to talk more from my heart. I just put that there for people who would love to have this. Personal branding, basically, it keeps getting more important every other day. It keeps getting expedient because every other day there's competition in the market, there's need for people to stand out. So it's really crucial for people to definitely stand out because this helps people to gain trust in them and definitely their clients to probably become, I mean, their prospects to become true clients. So, in this presentation, we'll just explore the connection between personal branding and your conversion rates. Okay. Yes, and definitely we're going to see how you can leverage the power of your personal brand to help you drive more sales and grow your business, your career, or whatever it is that you're growing yourself in, whatever it is that you're branding yourself in, to see to it that you grow in it. Okay, so whether you're a small business owner or you're a freelancer or you're a career professional, thought leader in your industry, whatever it is, let's find out how personal branding can help you achieve that. Yeah, so I just wanted to give a brief introduction. If we say, what is personal branding? I know one way or the other, everyone out there has a clue of what personal branding is. My apologies for the noise in my background. Personal branding basically is the process of establishing and promoting your unique identity and reputation in your professional and personal life. Okay, so we all are created uniquely. Okay, even if there's someone named Faith Fetaru out there, I would be different from that person. Not even I would, but I am different from that person if they do exist. Same as Mr. a Dara, if there was another Dara somewhere, there will definitely not be you. They'll definitely not be the same as you. So personal branding helps us to establish, communicate our unique identities, okay, and reputation in our personal or professional lives. So some people just want to brand themselves in their personal lives. Some want to do it professionally. Maybe they want to be known as a consultant or a chef or a designer, whatever it is. It's you communicating your uniqueness. You see, in a world where people are all about following trends or what others are doing out there, branding helps you stand out. It helps people connect to who you truly are, what makes you unique. For example, what I like may not be what another person likes. How I do things is not the way another person is. I know myself to be as someone who is quite creative, but then there is also another person who is out there and they're very creative, but the way they communicate their creativity might not be the same way that I do. So that's the power of branding. It helps us to communicate those things. For instance, I am an image consultant, so I brand myself that way. That helps me communicate my uniqueness. So it's really important. So just to go ahead to our slides, back to our slides, it helps, it involves creating a clear image of who you are, what you stand for, what value you bring to the table. The value could be your potential, your skills, your gifts, your knowledge, whatever it is. It helps you to communicate them. It helps you to create a clear image of who you are. Okay, because without people establishing who you are, they can't even gain trust in what you do. So basically, it helps you communicate yourself, I mean, to differentiate yourself from others, and it sets you apart in your industry or field. Okay, yeah, so since I'm not getting feedback, I hope you are getting amazing feedback wherever you're tuning in from. So let's continue. How personal branding affects consumer trust and perception. Okay, so personal brand definitely plays a crucial role in shaping how consumers perceive or trust you. Okay, when you have a strong personal brand, definitely you communicate your values, your expertise, your unique qualities in a clear and consistent way. You see, trust is very important when it comes to a place of selling what you do or having prospects and leads convert to real clients and customers. Trust is an essential aspect. Actually, not just in business and in career, but trust is essential in every aspect of life, in relationships, in so many facets of life. Trust is expedient. So, when we are talking about your brand, personal brand helps you create that because you start to create a solid identity, something that people can identify you with. They'll know that you are the go-to person when they need particular services. For example, if someone needed to know how best they can portray their professional or personal image, they'll definitely know, like, yeah, there's someone I know, there's Faith Fetaru, there's an image, she's an image consultant, you know. So that helps people gain trust in you because you're consistently communicating that you are the pro at what you do. You're consistently communicating that you are good at that particular thing. So that's the essence of personal branding. Whether it's online or physically, it helps you stand out. It helps people gain trust in you. Let me give an example. If you are consistently putting out communication or information about your skill or what you know, trust me, people are going to see, they're going to trust you because they see you as a thought leader. They see you as someone who knows what they truly are doing. And definitely, what does that result into? That results into conversions in the long time. Others can convert immediately, but others, through consistent observation of who you are and what you do, they will knock at your door and ask for your services and definitely want to be a part. Okay, like I wrote in the slides, consumers are more likely to do business with someone they trust and perceive as credible. So, personal branding helps you communicate your credibility. Okay. And then let me go to the bit of the role of personal branding in building a strong online presence. Okay, previously we were talking about how personal branding affects consumer trust and perception. Now we're on the role of personal branding in building a strong online presence. I know in this digital era, most people, individuals, corporate entities, they're all online. They're taking advantage of the online space. Okay, so having a strong online presence is crucial for personal branding. It's extremely crucial because first of all, the online presence bit helps you actually reach a vast or diverse audience. Most times, maybe we have the people we know in our community in our spheres of influence, but on the online space gives you a global platform. It gives you a global space to actually showcase what you do, so it's important how you utilize it in this era. Apart from the physical branding, it's important that you take advantage of the online spaces. So, like I wrote in the slides, I said having a strong online presence is crucial for your personal branding. Your online presence is often the first impression people have of you, so it's important to make it count. When we say it's most times the first impression, is because we meet so many people out there, and trust me, if someone had the name, I'm using myself as an example. If someone had the name Faith Fetaru, they'll probably go to their site and check out their profile picture. They'll probably go to their profile picture and check out their LinkedIn profile. They'll probably go to their and search on the different platforms, Faith Fetaru. These days, firstly, check your social media platforms and your online presence to see what you are doing. Okay, so personal branding helps you to build a consistent and cohesive image across all your online platforms, which can help you establish a strong online presence. What do we mean by that? So when you start to take this personal branding thing seriously and probably go to the different platforms, maybe you have a website, you go to Facebook, LinkedIn, um, Instagram, Thread, wherever, X, whatever you feel like being, as long as you go to these platforms and you start to, because when you are branding yourself, you start to communicate a consistent message on those platforms. So that is actually going to help you have a cohesive image on all platforms. Okay, for example, if you're going to go to my Facebook, you're going to see certain kind of content which is similar to the content I'm posting on LinkedIn, which is similar to what I'm posting on Instagram. So that helps you create a great image online. Okay, image is not just physical, image is also online, so that helps you to build a strong online presence, because and also establishes you as someone who is credible. It establishes you as someone who is serious, because if I go to all your platforms and see uniformity or similarities in the things you're doing, trust me, I will know that you are someone, I'll take you seriously. Okay, so it's important, it's extremely expedient. Yeah, so that's how personal branding actually helps you build a strong online presence, because you're going to create content, you're going to put out content based on the brand you're building across all your platforms. That if someone went to all of them, they're going to see the same thing that will show you as a professional and someone who is truly branded. Okay, yeah, so like in my slides, let me go there. It says your personal brand should be reflected in everything you do online. Okay, from your social media profiles to your website and blog. And this includes using a consistent profile picture, tone of voice, messaging across all platforms. Okay, so basically, by having a strong online presence, you can increase your visibility and reach and attract new opportunities and customers. Did you hear that right? By having a strong online presence, which you obtain through personal branding, you can increase your visibility and reach and also attract new opportunities and customers. I can give an example. Lately, There's a time I reduced posting on my LinkedIn, and then when I started posting back, trust me, I started getting so many people following me, connecting, reaching out, and also these things are important. Sometimes the growth you need is actually just in you communicating your personal brand. Okay, I hope someone is getting this and is being encouraged or informed. Yeah, some of these things you probably of course know, but you're being reminded, and which is a good thing. Yeah. And then thirdly, I'm going to the impact of personal branding, sorry, on CEO, search engine optimization. So, like I've put in the slides, personal branding can have a significant impact on your CEO, which is the process of improving the visibility and ranking of your website on the search engine results pages. Okay. So, how is this so? A strong personal brand can help you establish authority and credibility, which can positively impact your CEO efforts. So, when it comes to the engine optimizations, it will reach a point where if people are to search your name and then they get those results, it basically boosts your authority and credibility. Okay, for example, when you have an established personal brand and you're building it so much as now here I'm talking about the online bit, with the online presence, people are more likely to link to your content and share it across, I mean, share it on social media. Okay, and then basically that helps you increase your website's visibility and ranking. Okay, because search engine optimization has a lot to do with your website and also still your social media platforms. And when you're ranked high, for example, if I went and searched for maybe the best hotels in Kampala, you see, because of their search engine optimization, you'll realize some will come on top and some will be ranked up high above and some will be ranked below. And that means people are bound to even share your or recommend that hotel, the ones which are ranked up. The people are most likely to recommend them, beyond those that are not even ranked at all or those that are ranked below. So it's important. So that's the power of branding. That's what happens to individuals or corporate entities that brand themselves very well, because you start to appear, you start to be ranked high above them. People are able to share your details and all, because Google takes into account the number of links pointing to your website as a sign of popularity and relevance. Okay, so here's just a little bit of an image, just to talk about a brand. Of course, a brand is going to rotate around so many things. First of all, like we shared before, it's your identity, it's who you are, but it's going to involve trust. We talked about trust, teamwork, search engine optimization, innovations, research, identity, marketing, logo, value, strategy, design. Okay, all these are keywords or things that entail branding, whether it's personal or corporate, but here I'm talking about branding. All those keywords, you'll find those awards associated to creating and optimizing a brand. You'll have to advertise somehow, you'll have to design, your values are communicated, you'll have to strategize, you'll need to have logo, market, you have to firstly know your identity, research, innovations, and so much more. Just put it for you to just have more acquaintance to all these things that entail creating a brand. Now, now that we're here, let's have a little bit of a correlation between personal branding and increased conversion rates. Okay, the correlation between personal branding and increased conversion rates, which is our key topic for today. I was just laying a background in the previous slides. So there is a strong correlation between personal branding and increased conversion rates, okay? Because personal branding helps you establish credibility and trust with potential customers, which can ultimately lead to increased conversion rates and sales. Who doesn't want sales? Basically, the the core aspect of every business, every career, everything that people do is sales, because without sales you are not going to earn, and without earning you cannot sustain the business or whatever you do. Everything needs sustenance. Okay, yeah. And then So, to really go to some of these correlation or similar, I mean, for us to go deeper into how these two correlate with each other, let's say personal branding helps you differentiate yourself from your competition and stand out in your industry. When you have a clear and consistent image, you are more likely to be remembered by potential customers. Okay, so let's give an example. We have two medical doctors. So, one medical doctor says he's a professional medical doctor, but today he's posting about politics, tomorrow he's attacking someone, the other day he's talking about food, the other day he's talking about so many things, different things, okay? And then medical doctor, professional medical doctor number two is one who is consistently sharing information which could be informative, educative, fun, or whatever it is about his career, about his medical field, whether he's sharing testimonials, but he's consistently posting things that someone who is knowledgeable as a medical doctor is posting. Which one would you go for? If you came across those two profiles, which one would you go for? I'm certain, given the fact that you are serious about your health and the kind of services you would want, you would definitely go for medical doctor number two. Yet, number one could actually be more skilled than number two, but because number two brands themselves and has a proper image of their profession online, you are going to go for number two. Okay, so the difference is clear among them. Okay, because one is just taking the online platforms, I mean, for the sake, I mean, text it as it comes. It doesn't mean that as you're creating your personal brand, you can post other things. You can. Please feel free. There are so many facets to an individual. We're not limited to one thing. However, in whatever you're branding yourself in, let it be more consistent. Let there be more information or content about it. Okay, let there be more content about what you are branding yourself in than any other thing. You're free to, like, I, okay, of course, most of my content, before I took branding seriously, I would post so many things. Of course, I wasn't attacking people or throwing negativity. I was sharing positive things, but I would share different things. You understand? But when I started to take my branding seriously, now the biggest percentage, 80%, I could say, is in relation to things that are to do with image consult. It could be about effective communication, it could be about personal branding or corporate branding, it could be about etiquette, it could be about styling, it could be about fashion. So it's sort of in there. It could be about public relations, it's all in there. But sometimes I post some videos, I post some things for fun because I mean, I am unique. I'm still communicating my uniqueness in other things. But what I am trying to say here is you communicate that uniqueness, especially when you want to create a certain brand. Be more intentional about creating more content about that particular field than any other things. Other things are okay, but be more intentional about the biggest percentage being in the career, in the skill, or in whatever you are trying to brand yourself in. Yeah, so basically, when you have a clear and consistent image, you are more likely to be remembered by potential customers, which can increase your chances of converting them into paying customers. Trust me, sometimes I have experienced this myself. Sometimes I have experienced this myself. And personal branding can also help you build a loyal following. Everybody loves following, especially when it comes to the online platforms. Okay, so you're more likely to attract customers or clients who will share your values and are more likely to become repeat customers, and this will lead to increased conversions and sales over time. So when you start to brand yourself, probably if it's physically organizing events, going to network and spreading your personal brand physically, and also when you come to the online space and you are consistently creating that content and putting things out there, trust me, people who believe in the values that you share as your brand are going to start getting drawn to you. Because when you are branding yourself, you're not just branding your skills alone, you're communicating to people who you are. That starts from your mission, your vision. Who are you? I mean, where do you want to be? What is the vision of that career or that business? Okay, or you found out your purpose and you want to brand yourself in regard to it. What is your vision? Where do you want to be? Because that vision definitely gives you direction, that vision guides you, it ordains your steps, it helps you to actually come up with the right content that you need. So vision is important, and there are people who will be drawn to you by that vision and they see you communicate it online. That's what's gonna cause that following to come. And then for some, it's your values. You see, values protect your brand, values communicate what you stand for. And so when the people who consistently see the values that you stand for, they'll be like, oh, Mr. Joshua Dar actually, oh my God, he stands for this authenticity. He stands for, like, he's so creative. Your values sometimes don't need to be communicated verbally. Maybe one of my values could be that I love or I'm all about impact. I may not have to keep saying it all the time that, I love, I'm all about impact. Sometimes you don't need to shout it, but your works or your results communicate it. People see. And that's the best way to actually communicate your values in your works, in your results, that people see. They'll be like, you know what, the way she does it, you can see someone who stands for love. You can see someone who stands for integrity. You can see someone who is all about excellence. Okay, so one of my mentors, one thing that is so exceptional about him is excellence. In everything that he does, all you'll see is it oozes excellence. He doesn't need to even say that he loves excellence, or his value, one of his values is excellence. It's communicated in the way he does his things. So that's the best way. And as such, people who love excellence or who are drawn to excellence will find themselves following him because he communicates what they stand for. The same applies to you. What are your values and how are you communicating them? Those things will increase your following as you communicate your personal brand online. It speaks and people are going to follow you. And who doesn't like following? Because with an increased following comes increased conversions, and these increased conversions mean increased sales. And what do increased sales mean? An increased business or growth in your career, and also, yeah, well, why not? Yeah, so that's really important. It's expedient. So, in conclusion, about this coloration, what I can say is that personal branding and increased conversion rates are closely related, very related. You can't separate them. You cannot separate them. From trust to increased following to communicating your uniqueness, people are bound to draw themselves to you. And by establishing credibility, standing out from your competition, and building a loyal following, you can increase your chances of converting potential customers into paying customers. Let me still use myself as an example. So when I reached a point where I started to communicate my brand effectively online, physically, and all, trust me, I started getting so many opportunities. Some were to do with speaking engagements, some were to do with people who wanted me to help them. And not all of them were, yeah, I come from Uganda, but not all of them were from Uganda up to now. And it keeps increasing every other day. So I'm speaking things that have worked for me, I'm speaking things that are working for me. Like I was saying, every other day, at least someone is following me on LinkedIn or someone is following me on Instagram. But it's growing. It's because I'm growing my brand. And sometimes I know being consistent is not easy on my side either. But But with time, we keep growing in it. The main thing here is to be intentional and to say, you know what, I am going to brand myself and I'm not going to stop. Whether I feel like it or I don't feel like it, or if I miss today, I'm not going to stop because I failed to post something today, but I'm not going to give up. You'll keep going, and trust me, the results are undeniable. I've seen it in the lives of people I look up to. I've seen it in people like leader Joshua Dara, who has organized this amazing event. I've seen it in many people. So it works. It works and it works. Yeah. So I'll just end by giving a few strategies for creating a strong personal brand. Okay. Yeah. Before I conclude, I'll just share a few things here. Creating a personal brand takes time and effort. These are just from a few words I've been saying. But the benefits are, well, they are worth it. Yeah. In everything, they always say you have to put in the work. Not all things in life are going to come on a silver platter, right? They're not going to come on a silver platter. But most times you'll have to put in the work. And putting in the work is more like the hardest things. No one enjoys putting in the work. But it's always worth it when you start to reap the fruits or the benefits of the seeds you've sown over time. It's worth it. So, what am I saying? Let's get to work. Yeah, so here are some strategies you can use to create a strong personal brand, okay? Number one, define your unique value proposition. Okay, so what is your UVP? What is your unique value proposition? What sets you apart? What is your selling point? Okay, so when you come to your unique value proposition, it's basically what value are you giving to the world? Okay, what's that unique thing that you want people to know you for? Because you are unique. Yeah. If now, for example, there are other image consultants out there, but there's still uniqueness between us, and that's why we ought to celebrate each other. Okay, we're created uniquely. We may do the same things, like I said earlier. We may look alike, we may bear the same names, but we are unique. And personal branding helps us to communicate and effectively communicate that unique brand that we are. Okay, so here are the strategies you can use. For example, I already talked about communicating your unique identity or your unique value proposition. What's that value that you want to give to the world? Okay, branding helps you to communicate that value to the whole world because the world is your stage. The fact that we even have online platforms and spaces. Okay, so what is that skill? What is that skill? What are you knowledgeable in? What are your strengths and your skill? What is that potential? What are you gifted in? Okay, so by defining your unique value proposition, you can create a clear and consistent image that sets you apart from from your competition. Okay, so find out that unique value proposition, sorry, and make sure that you communicate it. Okay, it's all about branding is all about communicating your uniqueness in all aspects. So find that out, sit down with yourself, write those skills down, write those gifts down, write write everything, even if it's in that career you've chosen to brand yourself in, write it and then start to walk it. Okay, and then be consistent. Once you have that unique value proposition, that value that you're constantly giving out to people, before I even go to consistency, let me just add something to the bit of value proposition. Now when most people, when they come online, especially, most people are all about selling, but you're not always going to be selling, because trust me, if I came on and all I was telling people all the time is buy, 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 tomorrow, please buy, please support me, buy, buy, buy. What would happen? You'd always look like a taker, not a giver. So once you find that unique value proposition, start to give value to the world. Share information about it. It could be educative, it could be informative, it could be even if it's in an entertaining way, give people value. Trust me, by giving them value, you are showing them, you are gaining their trust. in what you stand for, in that unique value that you hold, or in that unique skill that you possess, in that unique knowledge that you have. You're going to start communicating it to them. Okay, so in all I'm saying under value proposition is that once you've identified what you want to stand out for, once you've identified what you want to be known for, start to give value to the world. Yeah, don't always be about selling. I'm not stopping you from selling. Part of your content will have to be direct selling. Hey, you have to sell. But in all that, give people value. I mean, love on people. With time, that will convert. Trust me, it will convert. And then consistency. Like I said earlier, consistency is not easy, especially when it comes to do with creating your personal brand. Creating your brand needs consistency. And I myself in particular, sometimes it's tricky, but sometimes you have to tell yourself, you know what, I started this journey, I'm not going to give up, I'm going to have to make sure I put out content, I'm going to make sure that I show up, you know. Yeah, there are times where you need to do social media detox, so it is okay, you get off and all, but once you're back, continue from where you stopped. Yeah, and with time, we all make it there. I know people who are extremely consistent and they inspire me as well. I'm on that journey, and you too. If you are here and you're extremely consistent, I celebrate you. Oh my God, I celebrate you. And if you're on that journey, keep on with it. Don't give up, because once you are consistent and use your consistency I just told her Fetaru. She told me, "Isn't that a fashion brand?" This is someone I've not met before. She told me, "Isn't that a fashion brand? I've seen it before." And oh my God, in my heart, my heart leaped for joy, because to me that was beautiful, because this is someone I've not met before, but she knows about the Fetaru fashion brand, and that was a push for me. It put me in a place of examining myself and encouraging myself to actually keep sharing content, to keep putting my brands out there, the personal brand in image consulting and my corporate brands of the image consultant firm and the fashion brand. So that was important. So I'm just sharing these stories for you to be encouraged, to be consistent, to put things out there. Yeah, we keep growing so that we become super consistent, like people we admire. Yeah, so and then the third strategy I can say is create valuable content. Share your knowledge and expertise by creating valuable and relevant content for your target audience. This can help you establish yourself as a thought leader in your industry and attract new opportunities and customers. I think I already talked about this earlier. I was quickened to speak about it earlier. Like I said, create valuable content. Don't always be about selling, because even in you putting out value, in you putting out valuable content, you are indirectly marketing yourself. Sometimes you don't need to tell people buy, but because you've established yourself as a thought leader in what you do in your industry, people will come and buy from you. They'll come and recommend you. They are going to inquire of your services because you've kept on giving them valuable content. So that's important. I think I'll not go so much into that because I already elaborated it previously. Yeah, it's important. Just give people value and see yourself shine. And then the other strategy I can talk about is build a strong online presence. Having a strong online presence is crucial for personal branding. Make sure your social media profiles, your website, and blog reflect your personal brand and are consistent with your overall image. So, your profile, optimize your profile from your profile picture to your bio, then to the content you create. So you see, when someone taps on your social media platforms, they'll start by your profile picture. I know people whom, if you went to send them a friend request and you don't have a proper picture on your profile picture, they might not even as well tap or click on your name to check what you actually do. So it's important, start by enhancing your image by putting a nice headshot, a nice profile picture, and then from that move on to your bio. Put something in line with the brand that you are building. Okay? Yeah, don't just put anything and anyhow. So from your profile picture, it's gonna come to your bio, and from your bio, someone is going to go to your content. I've had people who come to me and they tell me because they went through my timeline and they saw the content on my timeline, they inspired, or they want to partner with me on something. So it's important. Okay, so this should be across all your platforms. Just have a nice profile picture, bio, and then let the content flow and other things, let them flow from there. And let it be across all your platforms. And that's going to make your brand strong, and it's going to create you a strong online presence. Strength online is important. And then I would say network and engage with others. Networking and engaging with others in your industry can help you build relationships and establish yourself as a trusted and knowledgeable resource. So, whether it's online or physically for your personal brand, engage, network online with people who engage on your posts and with other people in your field or other thought leaders out there. Engage with their content online. That's another opportunity to network. It's easier to network online, by the way. For those who fear networking physically, online could be your savior, okay? But that won't still stop the need for you to network physically as well. It helps you to stand out as a strong person, as someone who can be trusted, as someone who is knowledgeable. Network, it's powerful and it has a great impact on your personal brand. The people you associate with, and people see you associate with them, it shows them the kind of person you are. Like they say, the company you keep shows the kind of person you are. So that it same applies to that people you associate with communicates to people something about you. You can be associating with great brands and people don't perceive you as a great brand. So as you're being perceived that way, put in the work. Lest someone perceives you that way and goes to check you out and finds the opposite. So do the two. As you are perceived, do the work and let the two work flow in sync together. And then I'll say be authentic. That's the other strategy. Be authentic. People are most likely to trust and do business with someone who is authentic and genuine. Don't try to be someone you're not. Instead, be true to yourself and your values. Okay, in branding ourselves, we're easy to copy what others are doing. It's not bad. It's good. I do it as well. I learn from people, pick a few things here and there, and apply. But above all, I love to be Faith Fetaru. I love to be Fetaru, and I love to communicate who I am because I'll tell you this: there are people in the world out there who are just meant to be impacted by you being the way you were created to be, by you amplifying your brand in your own authentic way. So if you try to be like another person, how will you be able to impact these people? So always put that in mind because the whole goal of everything is to impact lives. Even as we're talking about conversions and all, our primary heart should be to impact humanity. Our primary goal should be to impact lives. Because they're in those conversion sales money, they always come. But where's your heart? And in you truly impacting people, it comes by you knowing who you are and you communicating your true identity and authenticity. Be you. Be you. You're listening this right now. Be you. Be you. Be you. Be yourself. Learn things from other people, apply them, but as you apply them, be authentically yourself. Create your brand in authenticity because copying or being like someone else never lasts. There you're trying to live someone's life. Oh no. I mean, that is not good. God forbid. It's not a good life to live. When you're living in another person's shadows, or you're a cheap copy of, where you're a cheap copy of a true original. It's not good. Be you. Create your true authentic brand. Let others learn from you as well. Okay? That helps you establish a stronger personal brand. Be you. Be you. I don't know who needed to hear this, but be you. Be you. Be you. I repeat this again. Be you, and be you. That will still reflect in the conversions you make. Yes. And as I conclude, I'll just say by following these strategies, you can create a strong personal brand that sets you apart from your competition and helps you attract new opportunities and customers. Remember, personal branding takes time. Okay, for some people it may have happen overnight, but I'm also still evolving. I can't say I am there. I'm on the journey. I keep evolving every other day in building my brand and in enhancing my image online and physically. I'm also doing it. It's a continuous journey, but point the point here is begin. Have a starting point that will help you to keep advancing. Today, if you had not made a decision to build a personal brand, make that decision and start moving. You will be amazed at how many conversions you'll get. You'll be amazed at how many people you'll impact and the sales you'll make that you did not have before when you were not branded. Okay, so remember, it takes time and effort. Effort is there. My God, some days you'll wake up and you'll not want to post anything. But yeah, you'll grow in it. But above all, the benefits are worth it. The benefits are worth it in the long run. So look at the goal. You'll impact lives, you'll have people convert to be your clients and customers. That means you'll have sales, you'll make all the money you need, but begin and go through the process. Process is key. So personal branding can have a significant impact on conversion rates as it helps establish trust and credibility with potential customers and clients. So a strong personal brand can also increase visibility. It helps you build relationships and provide valuable insights into your target audience. So, in addition, personal branding can help enhance your CEO and provide opportunities for content marketing. So, what am I saying? Invest in your personal brand. If you've never thought of it, start it and move on that journey. You'll come back and thank Mr. Joshua Dara for organizing this event, and you'll also be glad that I was able to be a push for you if you've not been taking it seriously. And for those who are doing it, I celebrate you and keep moving. We keep moving. Let's keep evolving together. And the goal is to shine, impact lives, and make the world better and make humanity beautiful. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, that's where I can end my presentation. And thank you for listening. Feel free to connect with me. I'm Faith Fetaru across all social media platforms. I'm a certified image consultant, member of IAPO, International Association of the Professional Image Consultants. And then I'm the founder of Fetaru Image and Consults, an image consulting firm for individuals and professionals, and founder of the Fetaru fashion brand, where we design outfits for males, females, adults, children, and all. So feel free to connect. Let's connect. Let's build our brands. Yeah, let's see how we can make the world better all together because we're here to support each other and to make the world a better place. Thank you so, so, so much. Yes. Yes, Mr. Joshua, you can take over. Mr. Joshua, you can take over. Okay.
So what? Mhm. As we await the second section, I want everyone to stay tuned to this moment of increased capacity, because there's one thing to keep in mind, that trends to reward those who keep trying. It's not magic. It simply means that when you work hard, you get to take some risks and are not intimidated by few failures or obstacles. You are born to get some chance you otherwise would not. Thank you for watching. You are welcome.